the Media Brothers Podcast 2.0, episode number 1, launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Media Brothers, episode 1. Media Brothers
2.0. Media Brothers 2.0.
What's up, brother? It's good to be back.
We're back. How's it going, brother?
5 years, but hey, we're back, right?
Yep, dude, this is Andrew.
This is Aaron, and we're brothers. If you haven't ever heard our show before.
Yeah, we are brothers 7 years apart. We're Irish twins? Nah, something like that.
What does that mean? Irish twins?
You ever heard that? You never heard that expression before?
No.
So,
but it makes sense now that you say it.
Yeah, so Irish twins is like when you have, actually my kids are Irish twins when you have them back to back, like 15 months apart. So that would actually that would not make
that makes twins. More sense, actually. 7-year Irish. Yeah, we're like the old Irish people.
We're some new version of twins. We're the Media Brothers twins.
Enough about us. Look, if you haven't heard our show before, we had a podcast since around 2013 through like 2014, and we came through some hard times. We had a flood. We had some other issues going on. My whole house flooded, and so we got away from doing it. But now that we're in a better place, both of us, me and Andrew, at this point, we are ready to get back into it and have a fun show. We talk about media. We talk about games, movies. Anything that's going on and kind of nerdy, that's us.
Yeah, when we say Media Brothers, that just means we're nerds. That's all.
Yeah, it should be the Nerdly Brothers or something.
We should be the Nerd Brothers. Maybe one day we'll change it. But for real, it's been 7 years since we've done a show regularly. Well, really only 6 years, which is weird because we're 7 years apart. So it's kind of strange if you think about it.
Well, we had a little debate about this the other day. I was telling Andrew I think we should do our first show and kind of introduce ourselves more, because when people like start listening to us again, they're going to go back to that first show and find out what they're listening to. So that's what this kind of show is going to be about. It's going to be about us kind of letting us know who we are. I'm gonna ask Andrew some questions and just get to know him, find out how nerdy he really is.
Yeah, it's
do the same.
It's kind of like The Dark Knight Returns, but really it's Batman Begins.
That's right.
All right.
That leads me to one of my questions. So.
And then eventually will be The Dark Knight Rises, but not quite yet.
Not quite yet. So, what's going on with you, bro? What you got going on in your life right now?
Oh man, right now, let me think. So I'm in a IT department of a public school system in rural BFE, Louisiana. I'm a systems administrator, and I'm back in college.
How old are you gonna be when you graduate?
Oh man, 2 more years.
Are you gonna be retired before you graduate? That'd be cool. Your retirement and your graduation party could be the same day.
Yeah, well, I thought about getting my master's, but I'm just finishing my bachelor's right now. But if I were to go throughout my master's, I'd be 53 before I get my master's degree. So the best thing to do is just get my master's right before I retire.
Yeah.
But
and to do that because why?
Because what?
I'm just curious. I don't know anything about it. I mean,
I'm not really.
So at that point in your life, you want to get your master's?
No, that was a joke. I'm not really doing my master's. Like that's something I'm not gonna do, because like that's another like 4 or 5 years.
Hey, I mean, you might want to write a book or something. I don't know.
I might release my manuscripts. How about that? But no.
Is there even going to be manuscripts when we do that all? So what's that, 20 years? How many, like 16, 17 years?
Yeah, so at that point it would all be digital, so it would be like my manuscript podcast, I guess. And we could do that together, so.
Yeah. I wonder, in 20 years where technology is really going to be.
I don't know, man. So I'm basically a career college student. What are you up to? What's going on in your life?
Man, I'm just working. Working in the financial industry, and believe it or not, with the COVID situation, we had a pretty big year last year, and this year's no slowing down. So I don't know. I've just been busy with work, man. Nose to the grind, and I've been playing No Man's Sky on my free time.
No Man's Sky. So are you
highly recommend No Man's Sky to anybody out there?
No Man's Sky, Hello Games, released 2016. Are you trying to tell me that your job got better with the pandemic? Is that what you're saying?
It did. It did.
It's like the only one that's
my
done
workload. My workload more than doubled when the actual numbers came out at the end of the year. So I did twice the work than I've ever done in any other year.
So pandemic good for mortgage industries if you're paying attention at home. But yeah, No Man's Sky was a game that came out in 2016. It got lauded. A lot of people, critics killed it. Players killed it because they had this vision of this game. It was going to be awesome. And if you looked at their vision when they came out in E3 a couple years before, they had this crazy grandiose dreams of this infinite universe. And we talked about it on an old show. But the thing is that the game had to come out and it was rushed. So they came out with kind of like a skeleton version of the game, and it got slammed in the critics. But the thing is, they've worked on it ever since then, and they brought it to life of what their original vision was. And it's been one of the biggest comeback games of all time.
I can tell you this: there's no way you can make a game like this and put the hours they needed to put into it, and not release a skeleton first. They had to. They had to get it out there, get money coming in, so they could finish the game. I'm telling you, there's so many hours they spend working on this thing. It's a masterpiece in my opinion. It's got a lot of flaws. It's got a lot of glitches still. They still haven't worked out every single little bug. But I find that kind of like the beauty of the game. I mean, it is going to glitch out sometimes. I get it, because the reason it's glitching out is because they're producing these planets with metal plating on everything is metal plating. When you dig into the ground, the whole hole is metal plated. I mean, that's how much detail they got into. What are you doing?
Yeah, and
dude, I'm looking at him on the Zoom call, and he's got a 3D glasses on. I guess it's probably PlayStation 4, PlayStation
right,
VR. Is that what it is?
All right. So this is what I play No Man's Sky like. I'm sitting in my room like this.
Let me ask you this though. Okay, so you play the VR version of it obviously a lot. I don't think that I could be as I couldn't do as much in the game if I was wearing VR. I mean, I really don't think. Right?
You don't think this looks uncomfortable?
You should see the stuff I'm doing over there. What?
You don't think
this
like
no? It looks like to me. It looks like you're actually one of the Korvacs in the game. Is what you look like.
You don't think I'd be sweating under this, like completely sweating and fogging up the glasses and everything?
Hey, speaking of which, I just heard on video games. One of the gamers, like one of the big time gamers, I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but he retired because he retired like today because he injured his wrist and his thumb while he was playing. He was a Call of Duty guy. Okay. He was one of the best in the world at one time. And he injured his wrist, which I can understand the carpal tunnel. I get it, but he injured his thumb so badly where when they repaired it or whatever, he said he can't even keep up with the number one gamers in the world. So he had to retire. But I'm sure he made a lot of money because those guys make a killing.
I would think your thumb has a huge deal about how good you are in games.
Oh, no doubt.
And I put on, for those listening, because this is not a visual show, for those at home listening, I put on a VR helmet, the PS4 VR, and mainly because we had a huge episode, one of our best ones, our classic episodes, where Aaron said it looked like an Air Force helmet or something. And
it was a space helmet.
Helmet, and that wasn't far off from what it looked like, right?
Yes, you could have been one of the Korvacs.
Yeah,
in No Man's Sky for sure.
Right.
You'll know what that is if you play it a little bit.
Yeah, the Korvacs is the tech creatures on that show, the tech race.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
I will say this:
the guy's name is Tony Paparatto. His name in the game is Zuma.
Okay, he plays Call of Duty. You said.
Yeah, he was 25 years old and he injured himself playing video games.
Wow, so
I guess going that hardcore. So he worked out his thumb so much where he probably wore out his whole thumb.
Tendons and stuff in it.
Is what happened, yeah.
That sounds like the first video game injury. I bet you there's been a whole bunch, but like the first professional one that somebody that people would know.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm sure it's happening. In the
So
past,
so
but
so
this-
so I'm gonna back.
He's the biggest one. He's the biggest one.
I'm gonna back up a little bit. So that said, I put on that helmet. It was a visual gag for the show, but I will say that when I play, you are right about what you said. It's not as easy to play in VR. You can do it two different ways. You can hold the PS4 remote, so you have the DualShock, and you can walk around with it like you normally would. Okay?
Yeah, no, that's the way I would play it.
Right.
That's the way I'd have to play it.
Or you can have the two controllers that are like your hands, and
I can't do
it's way harder, but it's way more immersive. I will say that both
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
that both of the modes are cool. The one with the controller, if you have the PS4 controller, is way easier to fly your aircraft because it's really hard with the two remotes for your hands.
Oh, no doubt.
But I will say, walking around in your own planet in a universe somewhere, in VR, looking around, looking behind you, seeing these animals run past you in real time in your virtual reality is unreal. It's probably one of the most unbelievable things I've ever experienced in a video game. It's hard to play because you start sweating, you do get hot, but man, it's worth like doing like little spurts of time. But yeah, you cannot do as much as you do with a regular.
I wouldn't play a full-time game with that. I'd play with the controller, but you know what? Having that option in a video game to be able to throw on where you're standing and throw on a VR goggle and you still be standing in the same place.
Right.
And be able to play there. And just as when you get to a beautiful planet, I want to experience this planet in, VR. You can pause your game, throw your VR on, and crank it back up, and you're in the same exact spot, and you can view the planet. But when you come back to doing like the farming and the mining and all that stuff, you probably want to have a control in your hand.
That's a very good point I never even thought about. Just like looking at it, I was almost like a tourist thing. Whereas you find an awesome spot in the game, you're like, man, I wonder what it would be like if I was in this spot, and then you could throw.
Dude, I'm gonna bring you so many cool places, bro. I cannot wait to show you. We're getting on after this, right?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh yeah, for at least an hour. I'll put in an hour.
That's fine.
For sure.
That's fine. I can at least bring you to my base and show you what I got going on over there. It's off the chart.
And those listening at home, be waiting for the No Man's Sky Brothers shows on Twitch in the future.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be looking into doing that. That's going to be fun. Peter will appreciate that. He's a Twitch guy.
Yeah, Peter likes. I mean, Twitch is kind of it's a huge thing. It's a big platform. YouTube has tried to make their own gaming platform, but Twitch is king. Twitch was there before anybody else. They were the ground level. Everybody.
What about Discord?
Well, Discord's a whole different thing. Discord is like a chat.
It's sort of the chat, like voice talk, right? But you can actually stream on that too now. I think
you can stream. You remember like AOL chat rooms back in the day.
Yeah,
that's basically what Discord is. It just adds like features, like you can voice chat like we're doing now. You can have a whole room of people talking to each other, and yes, you can stream your screen. So if you're a PC gamer, is what it's kind of geared around. You can actually be playing a game on whatever PC game you're playing, like Among Us or whatever. And then
or No Man's Sky.
Or No Man's Sky, and then you can stream it out to your friends, but it's not like a public thing. It's more like a closed group thing. Discord.
Like a bunch of group of. I get you.
Right.
I get it.
But it's cool.
But that's another thing about No Man's Sky that's cool. It's the first. I mean, to be honest with you, there's other cross-platform games out there, but this one is different. This one, I mean, you come into worlds and just everybody, the players have the little computer symbol if they're a computer player. They have a PlayStation controller if they're a PlayStation player, and Xbox. So you know what platform they're on when you see them in the Nexus, which is cool because there's no other way you could tell. It's that smooth in transition.
Yeah, I have played like one of the last updates I played when VR was released, because this was not always a VR game. Like VR, and that's another thing I need to bring up. Like, to be honest with you, man, when I had VR for PlayStation, there were some cool games. Like Resident Evil was one of the best games I ever played. It was Resident Evil 7. And there's a game here and there, but there was no real game that was like blow your mind. Like, oh my God. And I always said, man, this is before they even had VR for No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is just a normal game you play on a TV. And I kept saying to myself, I said, this is the perfect game for VR, because you can just travel in a spaceship on different worlds, land on them, go in space, have firefights, make you a base, and just live on a planet. I thought to myself, my dream of a VR game would be No Man's Sky, and I can't tell you. I remember the exact day when I read the news when the Hello Games is the name of the developers, and they said, correct, we are going to put VR in No Man's Sky. I about shit myself, and I was jumping up and down.
On top of that, the landscapes in this game, I mean, I know we're like going hard on No Man's Sky right now, but it really
Yeah.
deserves it in my opinion. The landscapes on this game are matched. They're not you can't match them in the other game. There's this many,
Correct.
and they're all these worlds are all computer generated. There's billions and billions of different kinds of stars.
Yeah.
Not to say the planets that go around them. That's all. They're all computer generated. So you might see some same things on some of the different planets, but they'll be rearranged differently, or there'll be different. It's just, and the moons and the other planets, and you can see your freighter up in the space when you build a base. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I'm gonna tell you one of the things I like.
done.
One of the things I like the most is getting to a planet and then like landing on a planet and then like roaming around and seeing what the landscape is and stuff. And then I turn my head and look into the sky and there's other planets like Jupiter or
Yes.
looking planets that are like all like moons in there, and it's like, oh my god, this is like for real sci-fi. Like I'm living in sci-fi. It really makes you feel like you're living in that sci-fi realm.
I gotta see it. I got to see it in VR, dude. I got to.
Yeah,
I bet it's
worth
amazing.
it. It's worth it.
It's amazing. It brings me okay. So to get everybody to get to kind of know me and Andrew, I came up with 5 questions. I asked him
here
to
we go.
do it. I'm not sure if
I
he
don't
did
wanna
or
do
not.
this.
So this first subject kind of brings us into
did.
the first question that I have. My first question for you is, Andrew,
Yep.
what is your first memory of a multiplayer game?
Oh wow, that's close to one of my questions for you. Wow, okay. My first memory. Now, are we talking multiplayer on the internet or multiplayer sitting in front of TV together with 2 controllers?
No, the first time you got on the interwebs and played with another player in the same battle.
I have a good story about this, man. I have 2 actually. I'll tell them real quick. My
Go
first,
ahead, take your time.
my first one ever, okay, was the game Doom. Doom. ID Software or id Software. One of the.
We had it on Sega CD.
No, that was no, we didn't.
Yeah.
No. It was Sega 32X, not the CD.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
yeah.
so it was
Maybe.
the one I
gotta
played
look
it on in multiplayer was on PC. Doom, if y'all don't,
Right.
Doom. I mean, I don't have to explain what Doom is. It's the biggest game of all time, probably. It was the first game that put you in first-person perspective on PC. It was one of the biggest selling games of all time for PC. And to top it off, it was released on our birthday, December 10th, 1990.
Was it?
Yeah. So
Well, I know. Hey, I know it was a big thing. I mean, once Doom came out, it opened up the eyes of other video game developers to what actually, and then that sprouted. That was the original, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. Then that sprouted to what we're at today.
if you ask any developer who makes first-person shooters, I'm talking about these Call of Duty people, these any of those type games, they all say Doom started it all. So here's what happened. So back in the early 90s, there was no internet, man. We had dial-up internet. It was AOL, America Online, and stuff like that. You had
Dial up.
dial-up. It went.
Yes.
All right, so.
And that's like half of what noise.
Yeah,
is.
that's not even close to
Double
what
that.
it is. But what that noise was 2 computers communicating through the phone lines to talk to each other. All right, so I had a friend down the road. His name was Dean, right? He had a PC and he had Doom. And what you would do is you would get into the Doom game back then. It's 1993, something like that, somewhere around there. You would get into the game, and then you would go to the multiplayer mode, and you actually typed in your friend's phone number to their modem. So I'm sitting there in my house in Central and Baton Rouge, right? And I'm sitting there, and my friend's on the other side down the road in my neighborhood, and I'm like, okay, who's going to call? Are you going to call me, or am I going to call you? Well, like, who's going to do it? So, like, one had to be the receiver, and one had to be the caller. Dude, so you would set up, and I would say, all right, I dialed the guy's phone number that we would talk on the phone. His computer would ring, and then all that would happen, and then bam, we're in a death match for Doom, 1993. That's my first memory.
It's amazing. Okay, so what blows my mind is this. This is what blows my mind. As fast as the games are moving these days, like when you're playing like player versus player, say in Call of Duty,
Yep.
the movements on your screen are being transmitted across the internet to the other person's screen
Correct.
less than instantly. I mean, how can you even measure that?
It was netcode. They did it.
I know it's measured. I know they measured. I get it.
Yeah,
But
no, that's
it
brilliant.
blows my mind. It blows my mind at how fast. Like I could press a button here, and somebody in Germany it will instantly see the button being pressed.
Well, see, now it's a whole different thing. But back then, I mean, that's why Doom became so big, because Doom and basically Quake later on, but Doom was the same company, by the way. But they spent a whole research and development team to develop what they call netcode. And the netcode was basically programming code that was communicating in real time with each other and sending you packets of data that it thought you needed to see compared to what the other player was seeing on their screen. It's pretty freaking brilliant, honestly.
Okay. I always wanted to ask you this, because you turned me on to this, and you were 7 years younger than me.
So you want to? So wait, hold on. Do you want to just fire off 5 questions? Or do you want one of mine now?
Well, hold on. I'm still going on by the same question. I haven't moved on yet.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so whenever you were little or whatever, you got on the Doom and all that shit, and then you got on Team Fortress.
Yeah, which was a Quake. It's a Quake mod.
It's a Quake mod, which is to me was the best Quake mod ever.
Definitely.
I mean, by far. I mean, it was so fun.
Yes.
I'd miss days of school and stay at home to play that.
Yeah. You know what's...
And that's my first memory of a multiplayer game.
Okay.
And it's something that you I mean, how old were you then?
So that was 1996. That would put me at about 12 years old, something like that.
No, it had to be before that.
Dude,
it had to be before 96.
So Quake came out in 95.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. So here's the thing.
So it must have been after I was in high school.
I'm gonna tell you a very interesting part of this story. This story to me is very interesting because I was in a clan on Quake Team Fortress, and what a clan is, guys, is like basically what esports is now. It was a team of people we all played together, right? I had no earthly idea that you were playing Team Fortress on our computer at home. I had no idea. Yeah, so like when you tell me the story, like I sunk so many hours into Quake Team Fortress online, and I didn't even know you were playing it
so many times. And then, okay, so Team Fortress, and my favorite, I love being a sniper, dude. I would find the littlest cranny, and I was the best sniper ever in that game. It was so fun.
All right, so just
basically, if people don't know what it is, basically everybody has there's different games you can play. Capture the flag. There's a one-on-one, and there's a bunch, team kill or whatever. But they actually took Team Fortress and they made a newer version of it, but it didn't work.
Yeah, it was so here. So I got some
Steam. I think did it. I guess Steam.
Yeah,
did
it was Half-Life Steam. A Valve.
Yes.
It was Valve who owns
Half-Life. I forgot.
Yeah,
about
Half-Life was huge. So,
oh my god.
So when Half-Life came out, they released a second game with Half-Life called Team Fortress Classic, and they were riding the coattails on it. But let me tell you, so I just looked it up, man. Quake came out in June 22nd, 1996. So get this. So Team Fortress, the mod, came out in August 1996.
Oh, and I guarantee we were playing it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was on it, dude. I was on it. I'm going to tell you how I remember playing it because I had cousins in Arkansas that I would go to the summer every year and spend the summer in Arkansas. And they were into this before I was. They're the ones that turned me on to it. And dude, once Ryan and Randy turned me onto it, my cousins, shout out Ryan and Randy, Buzzy. Once they turned me onto it, I literally played it 24/7 when I got back home. That's all I did. And the crazy thing to me is I don't remember you playing it.
Yeah, I know. I think I was once you turned me onto it 1 or 2 times. I don't think because I don't think I was living at home anymore at that point. Obviously, that's what happened. That was 2000. That was 1996. I was just getting out of the military.
96.
I was getting back.
So I must have turned. You must have saw me playing it, and I say, dude, you gotta check this out, and then you went on your own way and played it somewhere else. So you weren't skipping school. You weren't doing that.
No, it wasn't school.
Right.
That must have been. I don't know what it was. I must have a false memory. It's crazy.
You had a Mandela effect going on.
Yeah, it seems like I've been having that a lot lately. Maybe it's just getting old.
All right, so you got your first question. I think that was a good.
Right,
that's a good first question. That's a really good one.
I got 4 more good ones.
I got one.
I got 4 more good ones. That's the worst one.
That's a good one. I got one that ties into that, but it's my 4th one, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. Yeah. But my first one for you, Aaron. Question number 1 for the Media Brothers, Aaron. What is your first video game memory that you remember playing? First one ever.
Obviously, we talked about this on the older show. My first video game was the Lemonade game on the Commodore 64, and it was on a cassette.
Okay.
And I sent you the picture of it the other day. I was kind of going through it, and it's basically just you set up how many cents you want to sell your lemonade for, and then then there's a cost of lemons that day. There's a cost of sugar. You got to like set your price right so whenever you're making money, and you have the weather. It was basically a DOS game. It was like just you type.
It was just the words, is what you're saying.
Exactly. That's my first. Now my first like actual video game. Obviously was the Atari, and then anything on Atari. Pitfall was my favorite.
Pitfall's a great game.
That was the game that I really got me hooked on.
Pitfall to this day holds up if you go back and play it. I know it's hard to play really old games nowadays, but if you go back to Pitfall, it's really good. So let me ask you. So Lemonade for Commodore 64 is your answer, okay?
There's also Congo Bongo was another one that's the game we were playing on when
that picture
the picture of us, right?
That was
another one I put a lot of time into. Cubert.
Hubert was awesome.
Was another one.
I love me some Hubert.
A lot of time into.
Hubert was that little dude that like hopped on the triangle, like the pyramid looking thing.
Dude, these are playing. This is playing video game. The younger kids won't understand. This is playing video games when there was dots on the screen. That was the video game.
Hubert is an awesome memory for me. I have memories of Hubert. I don't know where they come from. You know what else? Speaking of those old games, Lode Runner. You remember Lode Runner?
Yeah, dude, I played it. There's an Apple. I think you can get on an app on an Apple phone.
Dude, Lode Runner.
It's not as fun as it used to be.
It was so amazing when Lode Runner was out. It was just unreal. It was like the game back then, dude. So if you play Lemonade. Did you have any like memories of like, wow, this is crazy? Like, were you like knowing it was revolutionary?
Lemonade was kind of like, okay, so my dad, Steve, whenever he was alive and well with us, when he was younger, he was a nerd of the family. You'd never know by looking at him. He looked like a hippie, he was a nerd.
He was a hippie nerd.
He was a nerd. He was the nerdiest hippie you ever met in your life.
Definitely.
And so he started off with the Texas Instruments, and basically the Commodore 64 came behind it. But the Texas Instruments, he used to buy these program books. They're like these magazines that would come in the mail, and they have all these programs in them. And you open up to a page, and you typed in the code to make it run.
Really?
And then once it was all said and done, if you did it right and you press enter, it would work. And it would be like, a calendar days, the day you were born, and you program a whole freaking program. And then you type in the day you were born, it would tell you were born on a Tuesday.
Wait a minute.
No lie.
Wait a second.
No lie.
So
that's how
no
basic
way,
it was
dude.
at first.
Are you telling me
that is how basic it was at first?
Are you telling me you had magazines of code that you're typing into a DOS prompt, basically?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Not basically. That's what it was.
Compiling code. And then you had to hope that you got right at the very end and hit enter.
Well, if you hit enter, it didn't work. You had to go through the code and figure out the one little mistake you made. And dude, when I say it's a code,
this is crazy.
Hundreds and hundreds of lines of code.
This is insane. So you're basically telling me you programmed your first games by yourself?
My dad used to.
I didn't know that.
Whatever he got that's when he got the text. Okay, so Texas
That's
Instruments
crazy, bro.
Wasn't like a Commodore 64. It didn't really have games. Okay, the Texas Instruments was a computer that you could take code and program yourself. That's the only way to do it at that point. There probably was discs and stuff like that.
Right.
But the reason he got it was to learn how to code and how to code computers, and that's what we would get a magazine every month at our house on Wilmot.
I can't believe that.
A magazine would come in the mail, or he'd bring one home, and it'd be a whole bunch of different programs for us to try. And I'd sit in front of the computer and I'd program it and try it, and it would work. And
dude, you just blew my mind.
So basic. That's how computers got started in our family. That's before you were born.
Yeah, you totally just blew my mind. Like, no wonder that I ended up being an IT person. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
I can't believe you. Like, that's such a great story that I never knew.
I know, it's crazy, right?
I can't believe you got a magazine in the mail with code in it that you were typing into a computer.
I'll find something. I can guarantee I can Google and find some of these magazines. Now, also, I do remember going to Arkansas and visiting our grandfather. This might have been before you were born too. I'm not sure when this game came out.
Peepaw.
But Peepaw.
Yeah.
He had Oregon Trail on his computer.
I remember Oregon Trail, but not from Peepaw.
Yeah, and there was a green screen, dot matrix or whatever, and
Oregon Trail was basically the first visual computer game.
Yep, and I played it. I played it right when it came out.
Yeah, I never played it. I mean, I know of it because I'm a video game nerd and I'm a historian. That's a big one. So yeah, that's a great.
So when as far as to our grandfather, people is actually a nerd too.
Yeah. So
it poured down to our dad, then it poured down to us.
Yeah, it was in our DNA.
Now my daughter's definitely not a nerd. My daughter's the opposite of a nerd.
Yeah, I'm still. The jury's out on mine. I think mine are in anime right now, both of them. So I don't know what's going on with them.
Anime.
So they're kind of nerds.
What about your son then?
He's into everything. Like he's into whatever I'm doing. He plays Fortnite. He plays Among Us. So he's all he's all up in it. He's all up in it. That was a great question.
He's getting space lock.
He found out, dude. I'm not kidding you. My son, he's 7 years old. He's Andrew George. He's not my junior, but he has my name. He has figured out. I'm not bullshitting this. You know Among Us, right? You played Among Us.
Yes.
He's figured out some kind of hack to be the imposter every time.
How?
I don't know. Like
it's random.
I thought the same thing, but I swear I watched him one day and I was like,
it may not be random. Dude, it may not be random. Maybe he figured it out.
There's some kind of thing you can do with picking who you are or whatever in a certain sequence. And I sat there, dude, and I watched him. I was like, there's no way he's bullshitting me. He's watching YouTube and he's just trying to make it up. I sat there and watched him, and he was the imposter 6 times in a row. And he was like, Dad, I figured it out. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? So yeah, I think he's a nerd. I think he figured it out.
Yeah.
You know.
So he's probably definitely a nerd. Okay, is it my turn to ask you this
question?
Good
question though.
It was your question.
I know that, but that was a good one because my question turned us into dad.
That's what
story.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why this question.
It's a great question. Go.
So get us talking a little bit about ourselves, you know. Okay, so next question I have for you is Mario or Zelda?
Oh, that's an easy one for me. Do you know what I'm going to answer?
I think I do.
Yeah, Zelda all the way. I love both of these games, but Zelda, okay, so I'll put it to you this way. I have more memories of Mario because we had Mario with the NES, Nintendo.
Correct.
Well, we played the hell out of that, and
But I had Zelda too. I had the gold tape.
And I just remember Zelda being harder and way more difficult to play. So it had more allure to me as a kid. I wanted to figure out the puzzles. Mario, you're just kind of side scrolling and you're jumping over things and you die or you don't. You know.
Yeah, Mario's more of an action game. I think Zelda was kind of like the first role-playing game almost, right?
Yeah,
what do you say?
The first one that was mass marketed and the first one that hit mass people, yeah, for sure. But that said, Mario led the way to Zelda. I don't know. Mario is a huge game, but I have to go with Zelda just because I think overall Zelda has the better games over time.
Well, if you played a game right now, would you pick Zelda or Mario? You'd pick Zelda.
I played both of them. Right? So I have a Nintendo Switch, the newest Nintendo console, right? It came out with Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is probably the best Zelda game of all time. It really is. It's amazing. Yeah, it's open world Zelda. It's kind of like Skyrim and all those open world games where you can wander around, but it's Zelda. Yeah, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. But Super Mario Odyssey came out later on, and it's a great game, but Mario kind of has gimmicks that Mario's more of a gimmick game, whereas Zelda, like you said, is a role-playing game. You get way more mileage out of Zelda. I love both, and they both have a huge part of video game history. But I have to go with Zelda. What is your answer?
Well, yeah, to me it's gonna be Zelda too. And then just for this fact, I mean, I'm a thinker. I like puzzles and games and stuff, so that's a no-brainer. And like you said, Mario's kind of just like a no-brainer thinking. It's kind of like a repetition type thing. You get your repetition down, you can beat Mario easy. In fact, Super Mario Brothers was the first game I ever made it to the end. Okay, so that's exciting. But the second game I made to the end was the original Zelda and the gold tape.
Tape.
To me, that gold tape is it's in my brain imprinted, dude. I'll never forget that game.
Yeah, that's
because of that gold tape. And that game was, at the time, it was revolutionary, bro. Everybody played it. Everybody I know had that game.
That first Zelda with the gold cartridge could be the best game of all time, honestly.
Yeah, I'd love to play it.
And it was so ahead of its time. Like at that point, when you got to think of where it came out. Like at that point, you had Mario and you had these Duck Hunt and you had like these arcade games. Then you had this game where a little dude in a green suit was running around with a sword, and like it was just nothing like anything else that was out there, dude. And it had so much depth. Like remember the dungeons and everything. And you know what's crazy about Zelda is like you could beat the whole game, and it was hard enough to get to the end. Like you said, you got to the end of you had Ganon.
I did.
But the crazy thing is, after you beat it, it shuffled everything and you had a second quest.
It was ahead of its time, dude.
I mean, that's unreal.
It was ahead of its time.
It's like a new game plus. Like it's a new game plus. Zelda.
It's a first-person game too, and that's another thing. When have you all ever moved into rooms and stuff and been able to freely move around in game? That has to be the first one. It has to, or not. Maybe not the first one.
No.
It's the first one that everybody plays.
To everybody play, like I said, the masses, and like you said, you can move into rooms. You're going back and forth. I mean, you couldn't do that in Mario. Once you got past the screen, you couldn't walk backwards. I mean, you were done.
Right.
And Zelda, you were walking back, forth, up, down. Not only that, you had an overworld where you could wander around. I mean, yeah, Zelda to me, and you know what's crazy about that? A little history though, but Nintendo has an A team and a B team, okay? And the A team created Mario, and the B team created Zelda, and that's kind of how they went throughout their history. So you got two different developer teams, and the A team that made Zelda, the B team, sorry, also made the Metroid games, and you can kind of tell if you look at it, it's kind of the same thing. It's
no doubt.
It's like a exploration type game. But yeah, Zelda, and if you haven't, I know you haven't played the newest Zelda. It's called Breath of the Wild. Shout out to Nintendo. It's one of the best games probably ever made of all time. Came out.
I've never played either. Probably.
It came out in 2017. So
the only game I'm ever going to play from now on is No Man's Sky. So
yeah, this is No Man's Sky locked in.
Yeah, it's my seriously. I've heard people say they have life games. Like this, is the game they're always going to play. It's my life game for sure.
All right, so let me shift gears with my question.
It's your turn. Go ahead.
Let me shift gears completely.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you said in an earlier episode that what is the first music format you had? Was it 8-track when you were a kid?
Okay, so 8-track was probably late 70s, and I was so little. I was born in 76, so
okay.
I saw them. I didn't know much about them at the time.
Okay.
Like I said, cassettes were the first
thing
that I remember.
Cassettes. Okay, so that
I used.
That's a great way to lead into my question. So you remember 8-tracks, but you were so little you don't really. So my question is, what is the first album you bought? Period.
I don't even know.
Or just
because it wasn't a record. It wasn't a record. It had to be on a
cassette tape.
I mean, okay, so background a little bit. Our family was Christian, so
very much. Well, until I got to it,
we didn't. Right. So yeah, they totally opened the floodgates whenever I got out of high school.
But yeah, when you were a kid, yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, so weren't allowed to listen to the radio. We weren't allowed to. I mean, this is before you, so you don't even know any of this stuff probably. But we had very strict rules of what we could actually listen to. So the only thing I ever remember listening to as a young kid is a stupid song called "People in a Box."
People in the Box. I remember that.
Yeah,
because we have a home video of that. But see, to me, man, that the fact.
I can play it.
No, don't do it. The fact that don't because this. The fact that you couldn't listen to whatever, I would think, and I'll tell you my answer, but it tells me, like, to me, that they wouldn't let you listen to certain things would mean the first one you bought would mean a lot to you, and you would remember it. That you bought yourself.
It wasn't, but, okay, so you got to understand that when I went through high school, my 11th grade summer, I went to basic training. Came back, went to my senior year. So,
okay.
I mean, by that time, I was a teenager. I was doing my own thing. I really wasn't following their guidelines at that point. And, rap was a huge thing in that time and space. I never really had cassettes. I never really kept music. I mean, I listened to the radio. My friends all did. They all had, the big boom and bass in their trucks and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, to me, the best album of all time has got to be The Chronic.
Oh, we're not getting into that. That's not the question.
Dr. Dre.
So that's a great album.
That's the earliest.
You don't have a memory.
That's the earliest thing I remember buying is.
So did you
buy? Chronic
so are you telling me you bought The Chronic on CD? So The Chronic came out in 1990. So that's pretty early.
There you go.
So you bought that.
That's when.
Okay. Good answer.
That's probably when I was starting being allowed to listen to music, or I just wasn't not being allowed. I just kind of said I'm doing what I want to do at that age. So it was 1990. I was 14 years old, so I didn't really listen to music before 14.
So The Chronic, that's a great answer. By the way, that's Dr. Dre, The Chronic. If you're listening at home, it's one of the best rap albums of all time. He's the best producer of hip hop of all time. He's known as that. He has produced many hits, many Grammy Award-winning albums. Dr. Dre is the real.
Beats by Dre.
And by the way, yeah, he made Beats by Dre. He was the first hip hop billionaire, Billy. And by the way, He's working on a new album, and it's supposed to come out this year, 2021. And he has Eminem and a bunch of other people that have already commented on the new Dr. Dre album. Everybody thought he was done, but it's coming. No, it's apparently it's already recorded, and people have heard it. They've heard the completed album, and they've all commented on it, saying it is fire.
Fire.
Dr. Dre. So let me answer you. Yeah, I think my first, mine was Marilyn Manson, 1995. Smells Like Children with the song.
Dude, I saw Marilyn Manson in concert banging some chick on stage.
Sweet dreams are made of this. That whole thing.
Dude, I swear to you, I went to Voodoo Fest probably back, man, don't hold me to these dates, but it had to be late 90s, I bet. I went to Voodoo Fest, and we were watching a bunch of artists, and Marilyn Manson was there, so we sat in the field and we watched him. And right. I swear to you, he banged somebody on the stage, a girl.
Are you telling me he has sexual relations on
Absolutely.
Stage in front of thousands of people?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I promise.
Yeah, he's kind of out there. He's actually a great artist. Believe it or not, he's kind of out there. He's kind of like. No, wait, hold on. Let me finish. He's kind of like the Alice Cooper weird freaky guy of our time. Okay, but he was on Sons of Anarchy, the TV show. He's actually a good actor, believe it or not.
Hey, do you remember that everybody thought he was Paul from the Wonder Years?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite rumors of all time.
That's a good rumor, right? Everybody heard that. If you're listening to this show, you heard that rumor, I guarantee.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, you know that Paul was Marilyn Manson. And you know the other big rumor about him was that he could that he could, I don't know if I want to say this on this show, he could bend down and pleasure himself. Yeah, that's right. That was the other.
Possible. I don't know
they said that the besides the Paul rumor, they said that he removed one of his own ribs to do that.
I don't believe that.
That was one. I know it.
I don't believe that shit.
Hey, but neither is
one
Paul.
Fucking bit.
Neither is Paul though.
But that's okay. So that's the kind of rumors you had in the 80s and 90s, right? That was the 80s or 90s. That was 90s.
Mid 90s. Yeah.
Okay, that's the kind of rumor mill. So before we had the internet, you couldn't fact check it. So you just rumored it out, so everybody spread the same fucked up rumor.
And it spread like wildfire too.
Yeah, like what's the guy with the gerbils?
Gerbils. Oh, I know who you're talking about.
The dude from Pretty Woman. What's his name? Oh my god.
I know who you're talking about though. You're talking about the main actor from Pretty Woman?
Yes, what is his name?
Oh, I know.
Bad with names.
He's a gay guy. I know who you're talking about.
Richard Gere.
Yeah, Richard Gere.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, but that was so it's a second when he said like when rumors spread like in the 80s and 90s like they just spread like wildfire. Everybody just believed that stuff. You know how many people told me that Marilyn Manson was Paul from the Wonder Years? Like everybody told me that.
I know, me too. And he wasn't.
It
kind of looked like it. It's the nose. Bro.
I mean, kind of. But
it's
I mean that was like the golden age of rumors.
All right, you ready for my next question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Get moving. Let's go. Do you have Disney Plus just for The Mandalorian?
Oh, that's a question that you have. All right. Yes and no. So
bullshit. You ain't watching nothing else on Disney Plus.
Okay. So I'll put it to you this way. The only reason I ever even subscribed to that was for The Mandalorian. All right. I have a bunch of kids at my house. I have 3 kids, and
sure.
So we did watch like movies like The Sandlot was on there. Remember The Sandlot?
I can get The Sandlot on anything.
I know, but I'm just saying. Right, but it was right there. It was so.
Oh, I got you.
So the answer is yes. I did get it just for The Mandalorian. Now, here's the thing. Have you seen the new lineup from Marvel the next year that they're going to have? Have you even seen? So you're asking me this question, and you haven't seen the 7 TV shows.
But
by the way, hold on.
Like Marvel Agents
no, dude. Listen.
Or something.
So The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan show. You have 4 Star Wars shows and 4 Marvel shows, and I'm talking about Loki from Marvel.
Yeah, but why not just wait like 2 years and then get it? I can stream all that stuff because they keep breaking it up, and I hate it. But stop breaking it up. Nobody else is breaking it up right now. Why are you doing it? And so now I'm trying to watch The Boys on Amazon, and they're doing it
too. Yeah,
it pisses me off. I'm like, I want to stream all this shit. I don't want to have to wait a week to come back and find out what's going on because I got so much stuff in my face. I forget what's going on in these damn shows.
By the way, how great is The Boys though?
It's my favorite superhero TV show ever, and it's by far. It's by far, and season 2 wasn't even as good as season 1. Season 1 was good, really good. Season 2 was okay. season 1 is one of some of the best TV I've ever seen, bro. It's amazing.
They're both really good. I agree with season 1's better, but to go back to what you said, so the problem is with shows, they have to create that water cooler. So if you just have everything out there at once, people aren't going to talk about it. They're going to talk about it for 1 week
People
and then it's
don't
over.
talk anymore. They talk online. That's how they talk. So
Nah,
they tweet about what they just saw on The Boys. Oh my God, did you see what happened? Everybody goes and watches it. People don't talk at the water coolers anymore. We don't even go into work anymore.
Yeah, well, that's
all online.
That's a whole other point. But I mean, I do see. I don't like it. So let me preface what I'm saying with, I'd much rather the show being released at the whole season. Netflix does that. Like Stranger Things is a great example. When Stranger Things comes out, I binge the whole thing.
It's only a matter of time for they start doing it 2 days.
But if you look at the analytics, man, it's not helping them. What's helping them is they come out and it generates buzz. What they're doing now is they're putting 3 episodes out from the jump, and then they're doing it weekly.
I hate it. Don't do that to me.
Netflix hasn't jumped on board, but Amazon has. I'm just gonna be interesting to see if Netflix holds their position.
I got a beef with Netflix, dude. There's so many shows that I'm 2 or 3 seasons in and they just don't bring it back. Like there's so many of them, and I'm not the only ones. I mean, not the only ones.
I mean,
People care.
I mean, there's so much. They're just throwing like stuff like on the wall and seeing what sticks. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but you don't go 3 episodes, 3 seasons deep. 3 seasons, and they're cutting it off.
So, do you know what their biggest all-time show is? Brand new, by the way, and it took.
I saw something about it today. It's about some kind of French.
No, not that. I'm talking about the TV show that it passed up Stranger Things. Stranger Things was Netflix's biggest thing, and Black Mirror, but which is great. If you haven't watched Black Mirror, shout out Black Mirror is a really good show. But The Witcher surpassed all of them.
Right. Well, I was just reading an article today. There's some show that's even more popular than The Witcher right now.
Yeah, some French show.
It's a French heist show. It's probably dubbed though. It's a problem, but
I can't watch dub stuff.
I try not to. I said the same thing, and then I watched. There's this other show. I think it's French too, where they rob a bank, and it's like a whole series. It's good.
I think somebody actually mentioned that one to me.
It's like the only show I can watch with dub. And you know what the thing is I can't stand dub stuff. Like when they don't talk English, they dub the words in.
Yeah, I can't watch that.
I say the same thing, but once you get about an hour into it, you don't even realize it anymore. And I was surprised. Yeah, your brain filters it out. Is what happens.
I've tried that with a show on Netflix called Dark, and it's supposed to be really good, but I just can't get past. I can't.
That's one of the ones. No, you can't watch that one either.
I can't get past the dub stuff. I just can't.
All right, my turn. It's my turn, right?
No, you told me you asked me the Disney Plus thing. So
okay, yeah, it's your turn.
Mine are all crammed together because I did them at the last minute. But
whatever.
What is the first thing you remember about being online? Like anything. I have a great story about this. I want to hear yours though. You have to have some memory.
It kind of back to what the same thing was. Prodigy. Dad had Prodigy, which is like
Prodigy.
A web service.
Shout out. That's mine too. Prodigy.
Yeah, that was like a web service Dad had, and it would charge us by the minute. So we really couldn't get on it too much because my dad wasn't rich or anything. And I just remember being getting in chatting rooms, and just that's the kind of the birth of the internet, in my opinion. In my world, that was the birth of the internet that I saw.
Good answer. Yeah, so I have Prodigy as okay. So Prodigy was a online service that was a dial-up service that my dad, a telephone man from Bell South, got on early, and he would wake me up in the middle of the night about 11:30 p.m. And this shows you how much our society has changed, brother. Like he would only let me on and show me at that late because he did not want to miss a phone call. He didn't want somebody calling our house and it being busy, so he would wait till after everybody was sleeping to get on the online service. And yet it was basically chat rooms and message boards. But here's the funny thing.
He eventually got a second line there. We eventually
did get a second line.
He worked for the phone company. I mean, he should have had 10 lines. Shouldn't even matter.
Yeah, I don't know why it took him that long to get a second line either. but here's the funny thing. So think how much our society has changed from that one thing. So like here's my dad not wanting to get on the internet basically because he's so worried about missing the important phone call. Who's gonna call? We can't
Landlines.
And so now, you fast forward to 2021, and I get calls all day on my cell phone where if I don't know who it's, I don't even answer the damn thing. Like,
I know.
What is this phone number on my
I talk
fucking
on the phone
thing?
a lot at work, because I have to, because of my job. But I tell you what, we don't even have landlines anymore. They just switched over our system this week, and now we're
IP phones.
They're all digital. They're all through the computer and the phone. They have the phones on the desk,
but it's IP
they're hooked to
phone.
the internet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything.
We can text, we can fax, all from the same number.
It's very convenient, but it's just funny to me like that. He was so worried about not even tying up the phone. And you remember also like the old internet days with Prodigy and AOL and stuff. Like if somebody would pick up the phone while you were on it, it would kick you off.
I've been so pissed before. Don't even get me started. Amber, our sister, would get on the phone while she was waiting for a call from her boyfriend or whatever, and she'd pick up the phone, and I'd be in the middle of something. I don't know what I was doing on the internet back then.
Who knows? But then
I thought I was playing Team Fortress, but obviously that was way later in my life. I'm going to have to re-examine my life here
you can't. So here's the funny part. So the other thing is if you were on the phone back then, like you were talking to your girlfriend, right? And then here's Amber picking up, hello, I'm on the phone. Get off the phone. And she'd have to hang up, like
we'd have a separate line, but it would be me and Amber's line, and we would fight over it all the time.
Yeah, that was some classic shit, though.
Yeah, you were too young. You were too young. Yeah,
I remember it, but I was in the preface, like I was in the background,
All right, ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who is your favorite hero?
What?
Your favorite hero, like in entertainment, I guess.
Oh, okay.
That could be a video game. It could be a movie. It could be your favorite hero.
Man, that's a loaded question. That's you put me on the spot with that one. Oh man.
Well, there's plenty of examples. I didn't know if you had like a favorite one like that.
Does it have to be a superhero, or could it be like
a
hero?
It could be like Jon Snow would be considered a hero, in my opinion.
Man, I don't even. Man, that's a question to put somebody on the spot right there, dude.
Okay, who's your favorite gaming hero? Who's your favorite gaming character to play?
That's shit. I don't know. That's a great question. Okay, let me. If I had to pick one gaming hero, like I've been playing games since the late, 80s.
Yeah.
The weird part is I like Final Fantasy games, so they have different characters. So
I got you.
All right, wait.
That makes sense.
I'll go with Cloud from Final Fantasy VII because that's my go-to.
Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Yep, I just love that game. That game hit me at a time where I was like 12 or 13, where it was one of the first PlayStation role-playing games, and it had the first ever video game with full motion video in it. And I'm telling you, man, that game, if you ask me, Final Fantasy VII, and a close second would be Snake from Metal Gear Solid, because Snake was around the same time as Final Fantasy VII, but I connected so much more to the Final Fantasy games because it just put me in a whole different world. I like playing stuff that puts me in a different, complete world. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that's why I like No Man's Sky, because all this, with the stuff going on right now, you can't get at. I mean, obviously, I don't want to talk about politics on this show, but you can't get away from politics, even in sports anymore. Like, I can go watch a football game and not have to worry about somebody's political opinion. I hear it on either side.
I don't even watch football
I think
anymore.
Video games is one of the last avenues where I can actually escape and get away from all the madness in the world right now. That's why I'm back playing, because
I agree.
I just want to get away from it, bro. The whole situation's aggravating.
That's a really good point, and I mean, for now, yeah, you're right, but man, it's not sacred. That it's not safe. Is all I'm saying. I hope that it stays safe.
Obviously,
but
nothing's safe anymore.
Yeah. So if I had to say hero, if you expand into movies and stuff, man, I don't know. That's a hard one. I love Superman. So.
Oh, that's mine.
Yeah.
Superman's mine. I mean, I grew up with the original Superman, so I've watched Superman since I can remember.
I mean, how awesome is Superman?
It's the first hero movie I've ever seen.
Just Superman, he's just amazing. Like he has all the powers. He's like all, he's all you can't mess with him. I mean, his only weakness is kryptonite. I mean, Superman is a perfect hero, and they haven't done him really well in modern movies. I mean, the Man of Steel was good. Okay.
I didn't like Batman versus Superman. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I didn't like the whole story was stupid.
That movie was terrible. And you know what's funny is that we talked about it on an older episode of how much hyped we were for it, because now you finally have a movie with Batman and Superman in it. And
Dude, they don't even match up though. Then they can't fight each other. That's the thing. They could work together. Yeah. But fighting each other makes no sense because in reality, Superman would just fucking destroy Batman. He's a human.
It's funny to listen to we have old podcast guys, and one of the old ones we were hyping up because it was such a big thing. But when it came out, it really shit the bed. That movie was not good.
Remember we talked about the Ben Affleck suit and all that stuff
with the nipples.
Yeah, the nipples on the suit.
I still can't stand that.
You were like, yes, the nipples. I was like, well, this skin's so thin on the suit.
You were like, they're gonna have paint.
They're gonna area. His fucking cock's hanging out too. But he has a couple on, you know.
But come on, man, that's pretty terrible. Fucking nipples. I mean, come on.
It was pretty bad.
It was bad.
But you didn't even notice in the show.
You really didn't. That's the funny because that was like a whole story that didn't even really happen.
Who's the worst Batman? How about that?
The worst Batman, George Clooney by far.
He's pretty bad.
I mean,
Clooney was pretty bad.
I mean, who was worse than Clooney? I mean,
what's the other guy? Damn it, the one before him.
Val Kilmer.
No, Val Kilmer was.
Michael
Keaton.
Michael Keaton was the other. So Michael Keaton was better than Val Kilmer, though. I think.
Yeah. Either one of them were good, but both of them were better than.
So Michael Keaton was Batman and Batman Returns. Those were the two first movies, so those were good.
Who's the new Batman?
The dude from Twilight. What's his name? Shit. You know what I'm talking about. He's from Twilight.
Is he really?
Yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah, that is. I did see something about that. What's his fucking
We
name?
got Pattinson. Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
That's the new Batman.
Is it?
Yeah, now I found that pretty interesting. You haven't seen?
Good.
You haven't seen the new trailer? It's pretty good.
Nah, I've been trying to.
It's really dark, man. It's called The Batman. And Robert Pattinson's Batman, and it's really dark. It's a dark trailer. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's so hard though. It's so hard to get to beat. What's his name?
Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. It's so hard to beat Christian.
You're not gonna beat that. You're not gonna beat that, and you're not gonna beat Heath Ledger as Joker. I mean, that was
that was hands above the better than all of them, right? It's probably the best superhero series of all time. I would think it's got to be up there in the most embarrassed list.
You can't beat that. You can't beat Batman Begins, which was the first one with Christian Bale, right? And you cannot beat the sequel, which was The Dark Knight Return, or The Dark Knight, and that was with Heath Ledger as probably one of the best performances of anything on screen ever, much less a villain. I mean, I agree. It's really amazing. You know what my memory of that movie is he was dead before it released. Do you remember that? He already OD'd on whatever, painkillers or whatever.
Yeah.
So there was a whole bunch of buzz surrounding that movie, The Dark Knight, back in whenever it came out, 2008 actually. And then another really weird thing is that a guy shot up a movie theater during the premiere of that. James Holmes in Colorado.
That was the Returns one, right? That was the last one.
No, that was I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure it was the last one. Yeah.
I'm not gonna. That's a good question. I don't know which one it is. So you're probably right. That's Rises was the third one with Bane. Mm-hmm. But
I'm pretty sure that was it.
But I have a memory because most people when they get married, they go on stripper clubs and all this stuff. But what I did is we saw the midnight premiere of The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger and Christian Bale. And I remember I was with my uncles and my brother Aaron right here with me, and we were there. We were there at midnight when that movie came out, and we were just speechless through the whole thing. It was amazing.
It was good.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah, awesome show. All right, your turn.
All right, I got another. I'm gonna change up the whole.
Yeah,
thing.
That's fine. Change it up. That's what we're here for.
Do you remember?
This is supposed to be all over the map like this.
Well, that was my first thing was online.
People were getting to know us.
Yeah, you asked me about the hero, right? All right, so this is gonna be stupid, but do you remember your first cell phone and/or pager, and what was it?
Oh, obviously the pager was Motorola. That's what everybody had. And
Motorola.
The first cell phone I remember, it was. We never had a bag phone. We never had a phone in the car.
Car phone.
But the first one I personally had was like a little bitty small flip phone, and
was
it
Nokia?
So expensive, right? No, I had a Nokia. That was afterwards.
It wasn't a Nokia.
This is before Nokia.
Oh, what's before Nokia?
There was plenty before Nokia. There was plenty.
Oh man, I want to know what it is.
I don't know. It was a flip phone though.
So are you saying the first phone was a flip phone? See, I don't think it was.
The first one that I had was.
Oh, the first one you had, maybe so then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a Nokia.
I had a Nokia after this one, but yeah.
So what was your favorite phone before smartphones took over? What was your favorite phone?
The Razor.
Yeah, I was waiting for that answer. Like I had the Razor in high school. So here's the funny thing: when I was
the Razor was the best phone at the time. But that blue Nokia phone, I mean, there's probably still some that have battery charge right now.
The classic Nokia
phone.
Still,
you probably pick one up and it's still charged. You just play it. You just fucking dial on it.
That was definitely the best built phone probably ever of all time. Yeah. Like no doubt. But I had the Razor in high school. Like the funny thing is about me and you didn't have cell phones in high school. Neither did I. But I had a pager in sophomore and junior year in high school. Yeah, pager. I had a Motorola pager that was green and see-through. It was the best one ever. Like people were jealous of it.
I had a red see-through one. Yeah, but I think I turned you on to the see-through stuff.
And if you don't know what a pager is, people are listening. It was a device that you strapped onto you with a clip, basically like your belt clip. And then
it wasn't a pager. It was a beeper, dude. Come on,
man, beeper.
Man, who are you? You're a doctor, paging Dr. Andrew. Come on,
you're gonna beat me. Hey, beat me, baby.
It was beat me. Beat me. And it was 911. If you needed to call back, so you had to find a fucking payphone.
So
call somebody out, and they're like, "Oh, what are y'all doing?"
So I know
you said 911, idiot.
911.
I'm going to go find a payphone to call you,
dude. That's a fucking emergency. What are you doing, dude? So people who aren't dinosaurs, you would call the number on your landline, by the way. And you would call it was like a cell phone number, but it wasn't. Like you called it and then it said, please enter your telephone number. And then you would enter your phone number for that person that has the device to call you back on a landline. Yeah. How crazy does that sound now talking about it?
It sounds ridiculous is what it does. But you know what? It got real popular with the kids.
It was huge.
And once the kids caught on to it, and then, rappers caught on to it, and then the mainstream caught on to it.
Drug dealers.
They sold so many. Motorola made so much money.
Yep.
Back then on pagers, I mean, it was just ridiculous. And then people were selling cases. So you buy a case, you take it out the case, and put it in the new one.
I forgot about that. You would like switch your case out with the cool and like.
I had a red case that's just was completely clear and red. I'll never forget it. It's my favorite.
What kind of pager case you got, bro?
Dude, I loved it, dude. It was amazing. It's better than any phone I had today. I wish I still had a pager.
The pagers was
instead of a fucking cell phone. That thing's like a leash around my neck right now.
It is, man. Well, that's a whole other story. I can tell you. But anyway, so the pager was a precursor to cell phones, people, and it was a huge thing. And here's the funny thing is like you go beep 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 like that. That's how it sounded.
Yeah, you can make it sound. But then they got to the point where you could actually text on them.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That was the next stage. So it went from the pager with just the numbers, and then the next one came up with the screen was on the side of it.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
You could text on it.
It had it was like on the side of the device, and it had words that would come across.
But it would cost you like 25 cents a text or something like that. It was something stupid.
Yeah, that's crazy. So before the text version, you just had phone numbers that would come across. So like people figure out how to like put in codes and shit, like 911, like we were just joking about. Like your girlfriend would put in 143 and shit, like I love you.
What was boobs? 800
boobs
5 or something like that. Boobs.
The old calculator fucking joke. Oh man, our boobless. You remember boobless? We were fucking telling calculator jokes.
I can't remember them all, dude. It was so long ago. But we had like codes for everything.
There is nothing more nerdy on the Media Brothers podcast than a calculator joke.
That's hilarious.
Boobless.
All right, let's move on. You ready?
Boobless.
Okay, I think this is my last one. I think, right? Did we get already?
Boobs.
I got more questions if you want them. I got a few.
No, I only got one more, and it kind of ties.
Let me figure out which one I ask you. Okay, so. Okay, I got two more I want to ask you, and they're both about TV shows. I just want you to tell me which one is the best out of these. There's two sets.
That's easy.
First off, Battlestar Galactica or Expanse? Because the other day you told me. The other day you commented and told me that Expanse was the best sci-fi series ever. And I beg to differ. I think Battlestar Galactica probably takes the cake. So Expanse is close, but it's not.
So Expanse isn't over yet, so it has that going for it.
Sure.
The other thing is which Battlestar Galactica were we talking about? The reboot in the 90s?
Yeah. No. The new one. The one that came out
the reboot.
In the 90s, was it? That was like in 2000
okay, so the original one was like 60s or 70s. Did you know that?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they rebooted it like late 90s-ish.
No, it wasn't in the 90s.
I mean, I think so.
No, come on, man.
Definitely, bro.
So,
All right, he's gonna.
it had to be in 2000. Had to be in 2000.
I'm getting fact checked by Aaron right now.
What do you think? What's the guess?
I don't know.
I'm saying 2004.
99.
That's my guess. Ready?
Yeah, 99. Had to be
No
90s.
way in the 90s. No way in the 90s.
You're probably right. Anyway, I have a solid answer.
2004 to 2009.
Yeah, he was right. All right, I'm wrong. Yeah, he got me on that one. So, wow, that's a hard one. I love Battlestar Galactica. In fact, they're rebooting it with one of my favorite producers.
Are they?
You know, have you ever heard of a show
Is
called?
it going to be good though? I'm going to be so disappointed.
Have you heard of a show called Mr. Robot?
Well, yeah, I've seen it.
That guy is rebooting Battlestar Galactica. The guy.
It's going to be so good.
So yeah, it's going to be good. Sam Ismail, by the way. His name's Sam Ismail. Shout out Sam Ismail. Mr. Robot is my favorite all-time show, by the way. Mr. Robot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Your favorite all-time show?
It's about a hacker who's a drug addict.
It was good.
Who recovered,
It was good.
and he was
Yeah,
all.
no, I got you.
Yeah. Anyway, I love that show. Yeah, Mr. Robot. It's probably my favorite all-time show.
I never finished it. I started
Dude,
the first
that's
episode
why
of the last season. Never finished it.
you have to go back and watch it.
I know it's on my list. I have that list of stuff I need to go back. And finish.
Whoever's listening right now, if you haven't seen Mr. Robot, find a way to watch it. It's on Prime right now, Amazon Prime. Go watch that show. It's probably one of the best shows of all time, and it's about hacking.
Good.
And it's about.
I wouldn't say it's the best show of all time.
It's
decent.
It's about
Top
hacking.
10.
It's about hacking. I'm talking about my best show.
I got you.
It's hacking, and it's about debt reset and cryptocurrency and all that. It's a great show.
Yeah,
But
which is kind of like we're living through now, right?
yeah, it was definitely ahead of its time. So my right now, if I had to answer your question, Battlestar Galactica, just because it's so epic. I mean, I love The Expanse, and I'll tell you this: I was going to answer The Expanse first, but.
Really?
If I thought about it, man, Battlestar Galactica is just so good. It's one of the best all-time sci-fi shows. But Expanse is really close behind it. Like I'm talking about.
So what if? Okay, so who has the Expanse right now? What network is doing it? Is it Netflix?
No. So here's a story about the Expanse. Expanse started out on Sci-Fi Network.
Correct.
And then
USA, I think.
No, Sci-Fi, and then it got canceled.
Okay.
And then Jeff Bezos liked that show so much that he
Amazon. That's right.
Jeff Bezos personally funded the next season by
Good.
himself.
I hope he finishes it out.
How awesome would it be to have a show? You're so rich that a show got canceled, and that was your favorite show, and you just said, "You know what? I'm gonna bankroll the next season. Fuck y'all."
Yeah. And what does it matter? It didn't cost. He don't even know.
He don't even give a shit. But
He can't even tell on his bottom line like he's even funding an entire TV show.
a whole TV show, and you know what?
Yeah.
I'm glad he did because it's really good. Especially this season right now, dude. It's unreal. It's like out of control good. So
I'll have to check it out.
if
I
they-
haven't checked the new season out yet.
if they finish strong, it could pass Battlestar for me because it's R-rated. So
Yeah, I think so at first it was on sci-fi, so it really wasn't R-rated at first. So it kind of went that way, right?
yes, definitely. Yeah, it kind of started.
It got more risky as
Definitely,
it went on. Risque as it
but
went
but
on.
even on the Sci-Fi Network, it was pretty brutal. Like they have some
No,
brutal,
it was. It
brutal
definitely
stuff
was.
going on that show.
Okay, second set of shows. You ready?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Silicon Valley or Mythic Quest: Raven's Revenge.
Oh man, well that's a whole. You got these loaded questions because Silicon Valley.
Pick one. I just want you to pick one.
I love both of them.
Dude, Mythic Quest is the best in my opinion.
really like-
I love Silicon Valley. I love both of them. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
I really
this
like
is definitely a love relationship here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love Mythic Quest though.
I like Mythic Quest because it's about video game creation, and I've never seen that in any kind of TV show. Like
It's so funny.
that is
bro.
something you've never seen on television. Like never.
His
Right.
assistant is the funniest person on the whole show too. The girl, that little nerdy girl.
Oh yeah, like she's kind of like
She latches on to the main character, but
Yeah,
she's not even supposed to be working for him.
yeah. The assistant, like she's really creepy.
Yeah,
Like she like says these
It's-
things like with big old
You
wild
have to-
eyes and shit. Yeah.
when you watch it again, just
good.
watch her, bro.
Oh, I know.
She's
I like
so
her.
Funny.
She's good. She's kind of like out there.
I'm
but it-
assuming they're making another version. It's probably gonna be a different game title, right? Mythic Quest.
well, that was the
won't be
expansion.
It won't be Raven's Revenge. It'll be something else.
So,
I'm assuming.
so do you remember at the end, like they had like a blood event where everything got like covered in blood?
Well, the last episode was when they did the
Zoom one, right?
Yeah, the Zoom episode.
Yeah, that was good.
the COVID Zoom episode, which was so
good.
funny.
Yeah, see that to me, that Zoom, see this show to me, I would have picked Silicon Valley, except
Yeah.
Except, man, that last Zoom episode, they were so on point with that. It was funny, dude.
It was perfect.
And it was right at the beginning of the pandemic, so like they were the only show to capitalize. I don't know, that's hard. I love Silicon Valley though. I love Mike Judge. Mike Judge is one of my favorite comedic minds of all time. I mean, King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead, Office Space. I mean, you can go on and on.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley is great, and
it's great.
It opens up.
Is it over? Is it over?
Yeah. Oh, you haven't watched the end of it?
I missed it. I didn't see the last season.
Oh,
I stopped watching TV
dude.
about
Yeah,
dude.
it's
okay,
over.
so if people who
It's
don't
really good though.
people who don't never heard our show before and are just tuning into this is our first episode of our new revamped show in the last 5 years.
2.0.
Yeah, Media Brothers 2.0. Go check us out. What's our website?
MediaBroshow.com.
MediaBroshow.com. Check us out there. But what was I saying? I done lost my damn point.
We were talking about Silicon Valley, how you watch so much TV.
Oh, I stopped watching. I used to watch. Dude, I watched. If you go back to the 2014 episodes, I watched every show that was on TV. I saw just about everything.
Yeah,
Over
you did.
the last. So in 2016, we had a devastating flood here in Denham Springs, where I live.
Louisiana.
I had 2 houses. I had a rental house and my current house. House is flooded. My rental house got 8 foot of water up to the ceiling. My current house only had a few inches of water, but I didn't have flood insurance on it because I wasn't in the flood zone.
Yes.
So that took a big toll on my life, and ever since then, I really never got back into seriously watching TV. I watch stuff casually. Like my favorite show on TV right now is.
You don't even have one.
Dude, I don't.
Wah,
I do
wah,
have
wah,
one.
wah.
I just was watching it a little while ago to catch up. The Curse of Oak Island. I love the Curse. I love history.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. So
The Curse of Oak Island basically is a show where there's this island where apparently hundreds of years ago, somebody buried treasure on there. And so over the years since like the 50s or 40s, whatever, to today, people have been digging on this island straight down trying to find this money pit. And they use these big caissons and stuff, and they drill down.
Right.
And they hit these water pockets, and they send divers down these holes to try to find these caverns with treasure in them. So these two brothers, they bought the whole island basically now. So now they're doing all these other kind of things on the island, trying to put the history back together. It's really cool.
that's pretty cool.
I watched that, and I still haven't missed the episode of Gold Rush. I love that, but that's really the only 2 things that I watch like religiously right now.
So the point is, Aaron, if you listen to the old episodes, and we're gonna put them up on the archive as soon as I'm able to get to them. Hopefully, anyway, I'm hoping that we get to them. But
some
anyway,
redacted stuff. But
if you listen to the old ones, which we will put up at some point if I can get to them, which I'm still trying. There was like entire shows where he would just read off a list of stuff he was watching, and I mean I'm talking about like 50 shows. He's watching 50 television shows. I'm not even exaggerating.
I really was.
And now he's like down to maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. Crazy because I
still like reality shows. I still watch Big Brother when it's on, but it's off right now. Survivor's not on right now.
So Aaron texted me the other day. He's like, I'm just not like I asked him some question. I can't remember what it was. He's like, dude, I'm just not watching TV anymore. And I was totally shocked. I was like, no way. Like this isn't the same brother that I know. Like it can't be. Like he's watched TV ever since I've known him. Like since his adult life, and it's crazy to me that he's evolved past that. But that flood
over the years have changed, bro. Yeah, that flood changed.
That flood really messed you up and just changed. You gotta understand, y'all. Like he had like 8 feet of water in his house or whatever. Like it was a whole ordeal, like a natural disaster of epic proportions, and it just changed everybody that was involved with it. You know, I had just left
95% of our city went underwater. Businesses, everything, every restaurant in town was underwater. I mean, that's.
And if you're listening not from the area, just look up the Great Flood of 2016 on Google. It'll come right up, and you can see. And specifically, you can put in Denham Springs, and you can see the amount of damage. I mean, like he said, like I was living in a house right before I left, and all 3 houses that I grew up in Central was our childhood house in Central that I grew up in. My second house in Denham Springs, that was my grandpa's house, the second house I lived in. Both of those were completely submerged underwater, and everybody's lives were destroyed. So it just changed. It changed what you were doing, man. It might have been a good thing. You know, you got to kind of pivot. You know what you like to do, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would never call it a good thing. The only good thing about it is we got our house remodeled, but we had to pay for it. You know.
And I'm not talking.
We were forced to remodel it.
I'm not talking about the actual action being a good thing. I'm just saying how it kind of changed what you're up to. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It definitely changed things. That's for sure. You know, we're back now though. You know, I've been trying to revive this podcast. How long have we been trying to revive it? Dude?
I mean,
since 2017.
So right before the flood, honestly, since 16,
we in fact, right before the flood, we did a test episode. We're going to get back on, and
we had one episode in 2016 that you taught me into doing, and I'd had some other hangups that were stopping it. So we're back now, guys. Like the MediaBroShow.com, we're here. We're back. Yeah, he. And to be honest, Aaron has been begging me to do this, and I had hangups, and there was reasons why I didn't want to, but those are all been cleared, and we will be back weekly. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, we're hoping to tape on Wednesdays and get the show out on Thursdays. Is what we're hoping for. We're gonna try to keep it, weekly thing if we can.
Do you have anything else for this show, or you want to keep going? Or
no,
what?
That's it, man. We can
wrap
it up.
So check it out.
15.
So check it out. We're on Spotify, MediaBroShow.com, Media Brothers 2.0. We're on Apple Music, Media Brothers 2.0. We're on Google Podcasts, Media Brothers 2.0. And we're also on Stitcher Radio, Media Brothers 2.0. And you can always find our newest episode on MediaBroShow.com. MediaBroShow.com.
Come check us out.
Yes, sir.
This will be the first of many, hopefully.
Until next time. Hopefully next week we'll have another episode for you guys. I think this is the first great return episode. Aaron, good to be back, brother. Good to be back. It feels good. And all you people listening out there, we're back. And I'm really happy to be back.